You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show. The preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, folks. Chris Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I cut her off. Oh, no. We didn't get the full Iron Lady. Oh, well. We know what she says. She says the chrisvossshow.com. Anyway, guys, welcome to the big show. As always, we have the most amazing authors on the show. The amazing minds that share with you wonderful stories that entertain you, that make your life better, that can improve you to a way that when you walk around, you'll have the Chris Voss Show glow. They call it the Chris Voss Show glow. You walk around and people go, my God, there's this amazing intelligence aura that you have about you. And it's kind of blue like the Chris Voss Show logo. In fact, I think you can see some of the Chris Voss Show letters in your aura. It's that powerful, folks, damn it. Anyway, as always, go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss. Chris Voss won the TikTok, and God knows where I make this stuff up off the cuff. I really make it up off the cuff, people. Anyway, and people are going, it's still stupid. So we have an amazing author on the show. She's a multi-book author. It's called The Wedding Engagement, out October 8th, 2024. Zoe Allison is joining us on the show. We're going to be talking about her newest book and some of her books she's written so far, and she's probably one of the most exciting new authors, newish. We don't want to call her new. She's got a lot of books out, but her new book is out. That's what I'm trying to say. Zoe lives in Scotland with her husband, 2 children, and a massive notebook collection. She's brought up in a mixed-race family in Yorkshire. Her favorite pastimes include reading movies, music, and pop culture, and walking into rooms and then forgetting what she went in for. Wait, that's my favorite pastime at 56. She grew up always enjoying stories about falling in love, but rather than daydreaming or being rescued by a knight in shining armor, she would imagine fighting dragons alongside him. As an adult, she went to medical school, became a doctor. However, as time passed, she began to crave a creative outlet to counter the burnout that her career inflicted upon her, and also to achieve happy endings that were often lacking in real world. Welcome to the show, Zoe. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Chris?
I am excellent. Just still fighting off the COVID muck. 17 days.
You know, I think I might be the same because I'm just recovering from, as we call it in Yorkshire, a bit of a lurgy. A lurgy. So that means kind of a nasty illness. So I'm still a little bit husky and a little bit bunged up as well. So we're
I'm always definitely husky. I have 2 of them. So there you go. 2 husky dogs. But yeah, it just sticks with you, man. I slept for 11 hours last night. And I'm like, okay, well, my body must need to get it out of my system.
Yeah, it needs it. Yeah.
All that healing. So give us any .coms. Where can people find you on the interweb to get you know better?
So I've got a website which I do my best to keep updated. So it's zoeallison.co.uk, and then I'm active on social media, probably mostly active on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, pretty sure I'm Zoe Allison author on there, and Insta as well. So TikTok, I like to make kind of funny book related content, and Insta kind of keep everything updated with what's happening with the books. So they're the main 2, but I'm on Facebook as well and on X as well. So people can find me there.
There you go. So give us a 30,000 overview. What's inside the new book?
So yeah, this is the bit where us writers go, oh, what is my own book about? I've spent ages writing it, and it's about a person. The Wedding Engagement is a contemporary romance set in the Scottish Highlands. I live in Scotland, and it's about Liv Holland, who is a nursery school teacher, and she has carried a torch for her brother's best friend, Aaron Adebayo, for years and years. But he's always been in a long-term relationship, and he has a young son with his partner. But then the previous year, Aaron's fiance left him a few weeks before their wedding. Since then, Liv and Aaron have become close friends in their own right. And Liv has helped Aaron with childcare for his 4-year-old son, who is about to start in her nursery school class. And Aaron was traumatized by this breakup because he was really blindsided by it. And it came at a time of financial and career instability because he'd just lost his painting and decorating job around the same time. So he's been keen to avoid romantic relationships since the breakup to concentrate on his son and also to get a new creative business off the ground because he's an artist. And he's taken a financial gamble with his redundancy money to open an art studio. So the two are now close as friends. Liv helps him care for his son. And then just when she thought that keeping her feelings under wraps couldn't be any more difficult, Liv's brother, who's Aaron's best friend, announces his engagement to Liv's best friend, which is delightful news. A lot of
best friending going on around here.
Yeah, it's set in a fictional town called Glenabbey, and the first book, The Xmas Holidays, that was out last year, is about another couple from the same friendship group. So the series is about this friendship group. So they announced this engagement, delightful news, but they asked Liv and Aaron to help plan the wedding. So now Liv has to plan a wedding with the guy that she's been crushing on for years, but could never have.
So get to know each other better.
Yes, indeed. So yes, there's a little bit of kind of that. Do you remember the movie The Wedding Singer? There's some of those vibes in there.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yes, I love that one.
Yeah, that was a great movie. And people love this sort of stuff. They love entertainment. They love love. They love weddings. It's good. It sounds like it's packed with all the good stuff and crushes and people.
Yeah. And there's a couple of kind of classic romance tropes in there. We've got the brother's best friend trope. We've got the friends to lovers trope. Single dad. All the good stuff that creates all the serotonin.
All the romantic tropages.
Yeah.
Tropages. I don't know if that's a word. But there you go. So now you had a prior book with the same publisher that kind of has a similar sort of artwork that kind of has a branded theme for you. Is this a standalone from that other book? I think you mentioned there's the same city in both books. Is the same characters play through it all?
Yeah. So you're right about the artwork. So this is the one that's coming out on the 8th of October, the wedding engagement. You can see Liv and Aaron. You could see my little friend, Hamish the Highland Cow there. He features in the book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that a real cow?
Side character. So he's based on my Highland Cow footstool.
Oh, wow.
Which I will try and show you in a minute if I can get him on camera. That's the one that came out last year, the Xmas Holidays. So lovely artwork. They've done a beautiful job there at Berkeley. So brilliant. And so I wanted to set it in the Scottish Highlands, which is obviously a lovely location. I live in Scotland, but a bit further south. I decided to make the town up so I wouldn't be constrained by reality. So the first book is about another couple from the same friendship group in Glenabbey, and the hero from the first book and the heroine from the second book that's coming out soon, they are twin siblings, and they're all friends together. So, yes.
There's a lot of friendships going on here. But that's probably the foundation for love, is being friends first, right?
Yes. And in this case, it is. In the first book, they were, kind of enemies to lovers, really, but yes.
Those are the best loves, the ones that are enemies and then, whatever.
Yes, they turn it round. I'll just see if I can get Hamish the Highland Cow footstool on camera to show you.
I'm still trying to get all the women who hate me to turn around and love me. So there's that. I don't think it's going to happen. So, there you go. You got the bull, the cow. There you go.
Yeah, so he's kind of based on him. Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you grow up? When did you start writing? When did you find you had a passion for it or a knack for it? And, you kind of took some side roads before you became I imagine you're a full-time writer now, or where you at?
No, I'm still a full-time doctor and then try and fit the writing in on the side. So,
Does this look infected to you? No, I'm just kidding. That's the joke I pull on every doctor at a party. I go, hey, can I show you something that looks infected? I just need a second opinion.
Can I show you my rash?
Can I show you my rash? And they're just like, I'm at a party, damn it. No, they're always funny. But it's always a funny joke. It's like when I go to bars and there's a band, I always yell, "Play Freebird!" I'm that asshole. So, tell us about yourself, your upbringing and stuff.
So I'm not from Scotland originally, but I'm married to a lovely Scottish man and have two Scottish children. So I'm from Yorkshire in Northern England originally, but I moved to Scotland when I was 19 to go to medical school, and then stayed from there. So I never thought of myself as a creative person. I had, I think, this kind of unrealistic expectation that, you could either be a science geek or you could be, a book nerd, and you couldn't be both. You couldn't be a creative if you were a science bod. So I never thought of myself as a creative person, and then went to study medicine, only ever read medical textbooks. I had previously really been into fiction, but kind of lost, didn't lose the love for reading, but just never had the time for it really. And then had a young family, and the only books I was reading were children's picture books, which I still really enjoyed. And then I can't remember why, but it just kind of took my fancy to do a creative writing course, specifically to write children's picture books, probably because that was all I was reading at the time in terms of fiction. I did that, and then I won a ebook for my Kindle. I was able to choose one of 3 books, and I chose a Sarah Morgan one, who's a fantastic romance and women's fiction author. Hadn't read any of her stuff before. Read it, absolutely loved it. It just was so optimistic and effervescent and created all the good feelings. And I remembered, actually, I did used to really like reading, particularly, these sorts of stories when I was younger. And I read her back catalogue, and then there was just kind of something that clicked and made me think, oh, I wouldn't mind having a go at this, putting my own spin on it. And, kind of remembering that back when I was at high school, I was also good at English language, English literature. They were passions as well, but I think science just kind of overtook a little bit. And then when I went on to do medicine, that took over. So I just thought I'll give it a go, started writing, and it went on from there. So it was a bit unexpected, really. Wasn't something I thought would happen, but I'm very glad that it did.
And the rest of we are, and your fan base that really loves your prior book, and I'm sure they're going to love this one when it comes out on October 8th. So there you go. What do you hope people come away with when they read your books? What do you hope that they, when they get done, they're like, wow, that was something?
Yeah, I think the biggest compliments I've had, someone said to me that when they read the first one, they were sad when it ended because they felt like the characters were their friends and they were going to miss their new friends. So that was really lovely. And I think when someone says, because I try and infuse humor into them so that they are kind of, more rom-coms, I suppose. When people say, oh, you really made me laugh, when this happened, or it really made me smile, that brings me so much joy to think that I made a person smile, I made a person laugh, especially when there's so much horrible things going on in the world. If I've managed to create a bit of positivity and make someone feel happy, make someone laugh, make someone smile, and it's the same with the content, kind of mainly that I post on TikTok. If people say, oh, I love your TikToks, I do kind of romance parody TikToks. And when people say to me, "Oh, it really made me laugh. It made me smile," that just brings me so much joy.
Yeah, most definitely. It's great that joy can be brought in the world, and people love entertainment. They love, they love these books. I know women really enjoy them for beach reads and stuff like that. They fly off the shelves. I've asked myself, why I get good at writing novels, but I don't know. I think women are better at writing these romantic stories. They're good at portraying them in their head, and when they kind of know what women like. We just had a guy on recently who wrote kind of a variation of 50 Shades of Grey, who's now writing romance novels, and the women are eating it up. But they really like the interesting aspects. So I'm like, maybe there is hope for a guy that can write novels, but I don't know. So we'll just keep reading yours.
Yeah, I have heard kind of the romance authors say, we write the manuals, the men just need to read them, and then they'll get all the women.
Yeah, I mean, my novel will be like, guy meets girl, they fall in love, the end. Go right to
it's a quick one.
Go right to the end part. Yeah,
get to the point.
Yeah, there you go. So I think you mentioned there's a future book you're working on, or that's in the works.
So I'm kind of working on a few different things altogether at the moment. So
Oh,
I'm kind of waiting to hear what might be next for
oh,
Berkeley, who have published these ones. There's a third in this series about another kind of couple from it's kind of a 6-strong friendship group. So their one is planned, but there are also some other ideas for another Christmas themed romance. Kind of the holiday romances are really big things. People love those. And then I also have some ideas that I'm working on for, I suppose, what you call more speculative romance, where fantastical things happen. So, the kind of witchy romances and time slips and all these sorts of
ah.
things where kind of more fantastical things occur.
Yeah, people
Yes.
like that sort of stuff. Time traveling through romance. Yeah.
Yes. It's all good escapism, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty wild escapism. We need
Mm.
entertainment. We need escapism, and sometimes you
Yeah.
learn stuff. Maybe you learn how to love better or be better and all that good stuff. So as we go out, Zoe, pitch people on where to pick up the book and final thoughts and your .com so that people can find you on the interwebs.
Yeah. So if people pop on my website, zoeallison.co.uk, there's links to all my books on there. You can get them on Amazon, and in the States, it's kind of pretty broadly available in stores as well. And then I'm Zoe Allison, author on Instagram and TikTok. I'm on Facebook and X as well. But probably most active if people like romance and reading and like a laugh, come and have a look at some of the TikToks I do on there. And hopefully I could make you laugh and smile by watching those as well as by reading the books.
There you go. Thank you very much, Zoe, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. Please come back for your future books. We'd love to have you.
Oh, I would absolutely love that. Thank you so much for having me. It's been
Definitely.
lovely to be on.
Definitely. And there's 5 or 6 books people can find on Amazon to scoop up.
Yeah, so this is my second one out with Berkeley. It's my
Mhm.
6th book altogether. I've got 4 other ones that were out with a smaller publisher. The first 2 were paranormal romances about vampires and vampire espionage.
Mhm.
So Impervious and Revealed, they're called. And then I've got another couple of contemporary romances, a summer romance and a spring one that came out with them. So a couple of other ones if people want to go back
Oh.
and read those too.
Buy them all, folks. Just scoop them all up. Do that bulk thing. I think there's a big sale coming up or something, or I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a Walmart
Yes.
sale that I'm thinking of. Just buy them all, folks. Read them all and entertain yourselves. You'll have something to do through the holidays. Thanks for coming on the show, Zoe. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me. A delight to be here.
Thank you. All the way from Scotland. Order
Yes.
up her book wherever fine books are sold, folks, out October 8th, 2024, called The Wedding Engagement. And check out our other books as well. Go to goodreads.com /Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com /Chris Voss, Chris Voss, one of the TikTokity, Chris Voss, Facebook.com, and all those crazy places on the internet. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.